Well, that seems to have worked. We are live.
Are we live?
We are. We are live. I seem to be a little delayed in my... Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm just... Okay, it's a little delayed for me, but probably not delayed for anybody else. Can't be playing that.
Turn that off.
Can't be playing that while we're streaming. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. I'm here with Ryan from McEwen Handcraft today. We're going to be building some stuff. I'm building axes. He's got some of his own projects to work on.
I do. Got some SEA armor I got to work on.
Nice, nice. We are. This is super tight. I'm gonna actually pull this back a little bit.
You got to bring it up a bit more to not hit the monitor.
That's fine. I'll do that.
You know, we didn't do any of our own prep before we started doing any of this. Up a bit. Bottom of the top of the monitor's showing here. Go up like another 6 inches and tilt down just a hair.
Okay, here we go. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
We're super set up today. That's for sure.
All right. Level out and tilt down just a bit because we got this is showing. Nope. Now you got the camera and yeah, you're too far back because the monitor and the camera was showing.
Doesn't matter. We're sticking with this.
You're sticking with that?
Yeah, it's fine. Get everybody like having like the upset stomachs over the crazy. See, I can just move this up.
I know I was getting a little nauseated.
There we go. Perfect.
Good day from Australia.
We got 25 people in here so far. That's awesome. And from Australia too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Big money, no whammies, and stop. What?
So.
Good day from up over. What do you got? What's that?
What are you doing?
I'm doing axes.
Your channel, you go first.
I've already said I'm doing axes.
Well, show us.
This is an axe handle.
It is a stick of wood.
It's an axe handle.
It's a stick of wood.
You gotta have an imagination.
It's not an axe handle until there's an axe head on it.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
All right.
Imagine an axe handle.
I'm imagining an axe head buried in
Handle.
your skull.
Handle. Now look at this.
It's
What
a
is
stick
it?
of wood.
Fuck. Okay.
Good night from Finland. Hi, Laura.
That's awesome, Finland. Jesus.
Argentina from Javier.
I'm already going to throw this fan on, but I'm going to put it in a discreet place.
Yeah, it's a little warm in here today.
Entertain people.
Bear says greetings from South Texas.
Nice.
Coming from all over. From far and wide. Oh yeah, that fan feels good.
Might be a little loud, but
No, just barely.
I think I've asked this before. I always ask this about the fan. I'm like, can anybody hear it? Probably not very much, honestly. Unless they really focus. Really focus. Samantha says, hi folks, I just visited my local leather crafting store this week to start learning. Thanks for the inspiration. Glad to have you, Samantha. That's awesome. Hi from Spain. Trust. Jeez, Spain. Crazy. So I've got this axe up here. That's a leather-headed axe. I'm going to be making a couple small ones for this show I'm working on. We'll see how that goes.
Since you got the screen right in front of us now, I'm not going to use my phone for the chat. So I'm just going to read right because that's, super clever.
I'm pretty smart.
So you don't have to look all the way over there anymore.
You know what else is clever that I just figured out?
Having me on your channel because I'm awesome.
I could have done that instead of trying to raise the camera. Just push the monitor down.
I was going to ask if it could do that, but I felt that it was too obvious.
But now they're all like little tiny people. Here we go. Now they're just small people. It's a stick with metal on the end, not an axe. Whatever you say.
Someone from Russia. Unfortunately,
Makes it look like we're in front of the green screen because of the depth. It is pretty focused. We got some high spots there, but I think it's like at 1.8 or something crazy. So that's why. That's definitely why. Bear says, I can hear you both just fine. Great. That's all I need to know. We're good. It's gonna be like, hopefully not too much distraction today. But, yeah, we're just gonna motor through these because I gotta get them done for tomorrow when we're filming.
I am probably going to be a little bit off camera for most of this because I will be at the end of the table working on my thing. Richard's got a
True.
long piece of wood he's got to work on.
All right, leave some likes on the live. So correct, Trust. So correct. 48, 24.
So I'm just realizing now that I've forgotten more than just a couple of things.
What do you need?
I forgot my pattern pack.
Oh, what does that mean?
Means I need to borrow your gorget pattern.
Cool.
Where would you keep those files?
Top drawer under gorgets.
Gorgets.
Imagine that.
Gorget. Maybe I should start with the arms. I gotta try and get a pair of elbows and a vambrace. A pair of elbows and a gorget out of this. I don't know if I have enough.
Sure you do.
That's garbage right there.
I got stuff. Do your best. I got stuff lying around here you can harvest.
Yeah, I could always raid your scraps bin, I guess. I don't like doing that though. Okay, pattern. I should lay out and make sure I have enough.
I'm gonna cut this in half, which is gonna be
What
super
in half?
entertaining. This.
That?
Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna cut it in half. Actually, I'm gonna cut all of these in half because I need to make 3 axes. So
Need to make 3, huh?
yeah,
What are you making 3 for?
1 for me, 1 for the guy I kill, and 1 to be embedded in his head.
Oh, right, because you're doing a thing.
Yeah,
Are you going to talk about the thing?
I'm doing a little short film where I'm a Viking. Big stretch. Entertain the people. You know how it is. I'm gonna cut this.
All right. Hey, how do I turn the picture-in-picture down thing?
Hit button 3.
Button
And then
3.
right here is a picture-in-picture on button.
Picture-in-picture on.
Yeah.
There.
Let's see how this is. Let's do this as well.
That looks pretty good.
Good.
You go do your thing while I do this.
Nice.
Gorget front. So I need to do a size 15.5 gorget. So I'm thinking I'm going to take a 16 front and a 15 back, or vice versa. And that will give me a 15.5. Now I need a 15. That is a loud saw.
Very loud.
Padding.
Nice.
Gorget back.
Well, I have a couple of these done, but
I need, what am I looking for here? Okay, so I've got padding and gorget. So that's the front. What do I need?
Look at your mess. Mess.
Yeah, I'm trying to sort through your disorganized pile here. All right.
That's me sorting. Ha ha!
Thanks.
Just so, just get rid of. Are you putting padding in it, or are you just gluing padding in? What are you doing?
I will be doing a hand-stitched version of your type of gorget.
Hand stitched.
Yeah.
Give me a heart attack here.
I know, right? I'm a glutton for punishment.
Sean says, I just came to say hi. Got to clock out and go home. Well, that's nice. Clocking out and going home is always good.
Yes, indeed. Gorget back 16.
So I've got my 3 pieces. They're all round. I don't want them to be round, so I got to sand them down on 2 sides.
How are you going to do that?
With a sander.
Wouldn't a spoke shave be a bit more traditional?
This isn't traditional. This is an axe I'm making for a prop. I'm going to sand it. But thanks. I do have a draw knife, but I don't know if that'll just screw it up. I've got an extra piece of wood I can test the draw knife on, so I'm going to do that.
Make sure it's sharp.
It's sharp enough.
And remember the shop rule number 1. At no time do the fingers leave the hand.
That's not my shop.
That is, sorry, that's my shop's rule. I don't know what it is here. Wasn't it if you cut your finger off, you're fired before the blood hits the floor?
That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
I don't think this is going to work. I think this wood is just too dense, but I'm just going to give it a little go.
I've used a spoke shave on walnut.
What the hell? Are these both the same? Weird.
Lining, padding. 16 short. What does that mean, short? Is it like this way short?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought it meant.
Bear says, as the disabled vet and senior up in years, I discovered many decades ago, if you stay open-minded, one never gets too old to learn something new.
Nice. Okay.
Let's see what we got here. This is totally not going to work. This is my screwed up piece.
So don't use it then.
Jam it into my belt buckle.
You're taking too much off.
No, I'm not.
It's a shave, not a split.
This is a crappy piece anyways. Yeah, it's not going to work. It doesn't cut it. It just keeps going and going and going. Don't like it.
Never mind.
I'm going to sand it.
I will say nothing.
On rattan, this works great, but not on that. It doesn't work very good.
Well, you tried to split it right from the end grain.
That's how you do it.
No, it didn't.
Well, that's how I've always done it.
I say nothing.
More sanding. Sanding fast.
Okay, so I've got a 15 and a 16. But that's reversed. I need 15 and a 15. And then I need a 16 and a 16. And then I need lining. There. Talk about your filing and organizational structure another day.
They're super organized.
You're not being very entertaining over there.
Yeah.
Should I like turn a camera and show people what you're doing, or should I sing and dance here and keep people occupied? Be easier if I could actually carry a tune. I can't sing worth a damn. All right. Don't worry about the colors. This is all getting bombed black with Thieving's Pro Dye. Somewhere in here I have a pen. Trying to use up the last of my heavy leather because just wanted to get it out of my shop because I don't actually do a whole lot of armor making anymore. Okay. Helps if you hold the piece still. And, yeah. What are you doing?
Well, it's like, this falls over. I don't remember when that happened, but...
Well, it means that there's a pin that's loose or missing or something.
Yeah. Are you not entertained? I'm trying to figure this out real quick.
I could dance like a bear. Used to on Captain Kangaroo show. I don't remember what that dance looked like. I don't think I'm that old yet. So I hope everybody had a good week. Anybody working on any fun projects? Let's hear it in the comments. It's start of a long weekend here. I don't know how much that's drowning me out. It sounds really loud. Yeah, Robert, you've got a good, well, almost a decade. I'm in my 40s. I don't remember Captain Kangaroo. I know of Captain Kangaroo. I was aware of it, but it was a little bit older than my time.
What? I love Captain Kangaroo.
That's great. I'm glad for you, old man. Richard and I are actually almost exactly the same age. His birthday is like 2 months ahead of me. Hey, Sean, that's awesome. When you're finished, you should leave a photo of it in your review of the pattern for me, so I can see how you did. I love seeing how people interpret the patterns. yeah, Richard doesn't exactly spare any expense when it comes to the camera and microphone equipment.
I hate woodworking.
I love woodworking.
I hate it.
You hate it.
Hate. The hate is strong.
Such a
It's
strong word.
I was born on Canadian Independence Day.
Robert, are you Canadian? Thanks, John. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. It's one of my highlights of my day when someone posts a review with a photo of the thing that they made. So I did bring a couple of things. I wanted to sort of show a couple of tips that I do in my shop. And I organized them all. And then I promptly forgot half of them on my workbench at home. Robert, no, one of those uncouth people from below the Great White North. I wouldn't say though they're uncouth. I mean, some of them can be. Some of my favorite people are American. My grandfather was dual citizen, actually. Gary says, "Hi guys, I have a blade question. Another YouTuber always uses a concave blade for cutting leather. He says is making cutting curves so much easier. Anyone know about this?" Gary Ledford wants to know about cutting curves and if a concave blade helps with that.
I don't know what concave blade is, honestly. I got this recently that is amazing for curves. That's great for curves. Super sharp. Great for curves. It won't focus unless you do a little,
Yeah.
you go up here, you tap, but you won't be able to get it quickly. There you go. It's just like a modeling knife. It's great.
Yep.
And I found that super awesome for curves. Even on thicker leather.
He's not wrong. I actually find that guy really great for curves. What I will do is I'll take a piece of scrap here with that. And I'll draw a curve like that. And then I will just work. This is really old and tough leather, but you get the idea. And then you just rock the blade over. And then you've got a curve. And then you take your beveler and you clean it up. Just like that. And if you're really worried about it, take a little bit of sandpaper and just take down any high spots.
While we're on the topic of curves, might as well. So obviously,
Make some room here.
if you're using a well, any blade really, the higher when you're getting the sharper curves, you got to get up higher for so you're not like putting a ton of blade on your curve. So with this little one, if you're doing a nice wide curve, it's fine. But once you get into the tight spot, you want to get right up on the point. I guess I could demo it. I don't even know if this is straps. I don't care. I'm cheating. I'm using super thin leather, but so. And then when we get to a tighter spot, we pop it up. And we'll pretend that that cut through. What do you think? Yes? No? Mostly, but I didn't strop it. So. Sorry, I'm absent. I got to do handles.
BK Creative Studio says, "Oh my God, who is this?"
Oh,
I think he's referring to me.
This is Ryan from McEwen Handcraft. He's entertaining while I do handles.
He's making noise over there with the sander and the drill press and all that other stuff, and you know, rather than just move the camera over, I'm doing all the heavy lifting around here, as usual. All right, so I got that. What else do I need to cut out today? I need to cut out elbows. Stuff's not in a folder. January 2019, April, okay, that's weird. Oh, here we go. You guys are all familiar with that, I assume. Doesn't quite match. You can kind of see how he's evolved the pattern from all of his whatchamahoozits. Weird.
Technical term,
Whatchamahoozits is definitely a technical term. All right. Nice, you've got them all sized and everything. Look at that. Look at all of this stuff. It's great. Oh, that's what I was looking for right there. Now, there was another thing. A thing with the stuff. Does that match? Not really. I'm just going to use the pattern, because I think that's the newest, and the newest is best, right? That and that, and put the rest of this away.
That's a bit better. Nobody can notice, and hell, nobody would probably notice on the show. But it's a little more oval and a little less round. So, well, not it's oval instead of round. Once it's less round, it's all good. I don't want to have like a big piece of dowel in my hand. So that's one of 3. But at least I've got a better system now that I put some proper sandpaper on my spindle. I'm not using that.
Let me see.
That's a thing.
I guess it almost looks like an axe handle.
Gotta use your imagination.
All right. Look at this thing here. Okay. Problem with that fan. So you need a weight to hold your paper down. Okay. So of course the pattern needs 2 of these and 1 of these. So let's see. So BK Creative Studio, yeah, Magnus is going to be playing a Viking in an independent short film coming up. And he's kind of making his own costumes and props for it. Which is pretty cool, if you ask me. Way here.
Greetings, Omar. How you doing?
My faces are flying away on the fan.
Well, you can turn the fan off if you want, if you dare.
You know what? For the next little bit, I think that's what I need.
So I have 2 slightly oval handles now. I need a 3rd because we want to have one axe that's got like a big chop out of it so we can stick it in somebody's head. So we need
Somebody
3.
meaning me, probably.
There's 2 to fight with and 1 for the killing blow. Robert, that's an intriguing idea. I've never done that. Maybe you are the only one.
What did he say here, Robert? I'm the only one who sprays patterns with low-tack spray adhesive. That's an interesting idea. Stay.
Yes, I don't know if you already answered that, but yes, BK, I am going to be a Viking in the short film. Big stretch. Big stretch.
Yep. An actor with great range.
Run out and get that helmet.
You should go get that. Where's that helmet?
It's in the truck.
Why is it not here?
I'll get it after this.
Oh my God. So unprepared. You know what? Floppy leather is floppy. Yeah. I'm about to show you a mind-blowing trick to make your life so much easier when doing this kind of punching out of holes. All right. And there it is. This is a standard drive punch from Tandy. 1/16, pretty small, or is that the... No, not the 1/16, that's the 1 mil. And then this is just a chunk of cherry that I turned on my wood lathe, but you can use any kind of, like, you can literally just grab a chunk of dowel, drill a hole in the end, and then what I do is I drop a couple of drops of hot beeswax down the hole, stick the drive punch in, and now I have something I can hold while I whack away. Makes life so much easier. John, that is, yeah, it's semi see-through masking tape from I think Michael's? I don't know where I get it. I'm kind of addicted to tape. If it's weird, I'll buy it. Hey, look, Magnus is back.
Hey, what's going on? Did you take over yet? Am I fired?
Shit. Why don't we leave it up to the audience? Are you fired?
I imagine I'm not. Not quite yet. Almost. For being missing from Cam. So I've done my little handles. I'm going to stain them. Not a lot of leather work right now for me. But we've got Mr. McEwen to punch some holes and stuff.
Yep.
Ethan's like, wait, you're not Richard. Hey, Ethan. I'm here.
No, I am definitely not. Well, I guess I could be. I'd make a pretty good Richard.
Yeah, mostly.
Richard 2.0?
PK says you should also put painter's tape over the holes, then put wax on top of the tape, so the punch will not get stuck in the leather. Wax on top of the tape.
Yeah, so I've actually seen that trick, and what people will do is they'll grab a chunk of beeswax.
Just wax up their pattern?
And they will just put wax right on the paper, like that.
That's crazy.
And what it does is it slightly lubes the paper so that you go through it, and it's, yeah.
That's actually really smart. Thank you. I wax my tips all the time, but I just do it separately. I go and then pound.
When I'm doing this at home, I actually have a ginormous slab of beeswax, and I will just put the whole thing right on the beeswax, and I'll punch into the beeswax. And then when the beeswax gets all mauled up, I'll use the heat gun, and I'll just melt the layer of wax, smooth it out again.
I'm just trying to get done with this wood part as soon as possible.
That's the type of thing I probably would have done off camera before the stream, Richard.
No. I've been pretty busy.
Fortunately, you've got me here to save the day and be awesome and show actual leather work while you're in there doing woodwork. And he can't hear me at all right now because he's in the paint room with a sander. So I can say all the mean things I want. Tell all the embarrassing stories. So John, you're asking about what thickness of leather. So this here is a 12 ounce, and there will be another layer of 12 ounce going on top of it.
What?
I'm answering all the questions.
Nice. This is what I need. Somebody just come in here for free and answer questions.
Well, it's like a drug dealer, you know. The first couple of hits are free. make myself invaluable. Then I start charging big money.
All right, I'm staining stuff. And then once I've stained it, then I can get back to leather.
BK Creative Studio says, do not bully Leather Daddy Magnus. I don't bully him. A little bit of ball busting sometimes, but no. Did not go through on a couple of these. I think I need to sharpen this drive punch a bit. Yeah. Yeah.
SEA used to use 14 gauge thickness mostly in part protection, vital body parts.
What's the thickest you use, he says.
What is the thinnest and thickest you use most? Me? For
Yeah, what do you use? What is your
What did he say?
standard of industry?
what are you saying? 14 gauge, like.
I think he's meaning 14 ounce.
Okay. Oh yeah, 14 gauge. Well, no, 14 gauge would make sense for a helmet. Yeah, that's probably around right. Like I'll use upwards of like 12 ounce doubled on an elbow. Like anything like super important gets heavier. Stuff like a van brace. Van brace I'll do 12 ounce. Elbow I'll do like maybe a 14 with like an 8 top layer. Just I like layering my stuff. So heavy base, little lighter upper bit. Do you have a fur throw for a chair? I do. Not here. Well, I've got a coyote. I don't know.
Here in the Pacific Northwest, putting fur on a chair is going to cook you. I have a sheep's fleece that I keep on the back of my computer chair at home, but only during winter time. Because in the summertime, it is way too hot. This mallet sucks. Where'd you get it?
I don't know. I got other mallets.
I joke because I made the mallet. Yeah, this tape is not perfectly see-through. That is a good trick with the wax. So I'm starting to get arthritis in my hands, and that's why that's such a useful thing. And anybody who's ever done like a dark horse pattern, like one of the larger dark horse patterns, or like a Creative All or Diesel Punk pattern, and you punch 300 or 400 of these holes, your hand cramps up. So that's why I like having the larger grip. The hand doesn't cramp up nearly as much. Gary Ledford says, I use 8 to 10 ounce waxed leather for HEMA elbows and van braces, and we fight with steel. But we never wear the waxed leather over thick padding. Sorry, but we wear the waxed leather over thick padding. Different standards. HEMA doesn't really use force in their blows.
Well, lots of it does.
Well, not compared to the SEA.
It's different. It's focused though.
SEA, you're beating the holy hell out of each other with basically a baseball bat. So the waxed leather helps absorb the blunt impact a little bit better. Huh?
Yeah, I've seen like, I've seen. Oh, hey, we got a nice little tip from Tufts. Thanks, Tufts. You guys remember you can super chat or super sticker or become a member, all that kind of stuff. I've seen a Hema Gorget waxed leather get cut just by a blunt blade, just because of the rigidity of the leather combined with the actual lubrication of the wax made it so it split right through it. So if I was to get into Hema, I would do water hardened leather,
Yep.
elbows, knees, all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't bother with wax, except for maybe a coat after everything's done, just to seal it and protect it from moisture. But I would harden it with like a baking process myself. And there's a Type Bond 3 glue baking process that I've never done that people swear by. So if you look up leather hardening armor Type Bond 3, you might get some interesting ideas for what you could do for yourself or ask somebody to do for you.
I was out at a farm that we used to have a bunch of SEA events at. And the general manager of that farm is an archer. And they did an experiment. I forget who actually set it up. But they had an archery range set up on the farm field. And I was doing an armor workshop for a bunch of new SEA fighters. And they actually asked me if I could donate some scrap bits of leather for them to conduct a test. So I supplied them with probably a dozen 6 inches by 6 inches pieces of like 10 to 12 ounce leather. And they fired arrows into them. 6 of them they wax hardened, 6 of them they left non-hardened. And they were firing regular target tipped arrows, like nothing with any kind of nasty point or anything. And the unhardened leather, the arrows went through it a little bit. I think they went through like 4 layers of the leather before they got stopped, which is, I mean, that's still a lot of leather. I mean, like you're talking like 40 ounces of stacked leather before it stopped the target tip. And they were using 40 to 50 pound draw bows. But the waxed leather, all 6 layers, the arrows went right through it like a hot knife through butter. Half the arrows wound up going right through to the fletching. So while waxed leather is amazing for stopping a blunt blow, it's almost worse than nothing for sharp. Arrows go right through it like it's not there. Now I know that is a single test, and I am presenting that information secondhand. So take that as an anecdotal whatever. So, I mean, results may vary depending on what you're using to harden the leather with. Something with a bit more weight.
Hey, my handles are done. Wow, that's a lie. I lied. I'm a liar. All right, squeeze over. Enough looking at the cutting. This is right here. This is the money. Okay, maybe not.
If I give you money, can you make it go away?
I need to play with liquid glass for hardening. What? What's Robert talking about?
There's a brand of epoxy called liquid glass. Is that what you're talking about? I don't recommend using glass or epoxy in armor.
Gary says, if anyone has any good water hardening info, I'm always listening. I couldn't find the middle between too brittle and too soft. I haven't done a ton of it myself, so
I've done a little. So if you're using hot water, don't use boiling water because that will just turn your leather into garbage. What I like to do is at room temperature, get a good steam coming off the water, but not a boil. Like you don't even want a little bit of simmer at the bottom of the pot. You kind of want that happy medium between a good steam and not simmering.
what I will do is just crank the hot water on my tap and soak it.
Yeah.
And
But
then
you will not get very hard that way.
Well, I wouldn't just cook it into hardening it. I would bake it. Like if I was to make, let's pretend we're making a set of water hardened elbows. I would put the elbows together, do some forming on them. Maybe you do a little dishing, soak them in hot water, not super hot, like super hot tap water, or in a pot where it's not boiling, like Ryan was saying. And then I would put it on a piece of wood in the oven, and I would spray it. And I would keep it at 180 degrees. Occasionally, I'd spray the outside so it doesn't get overwhelmed by the outside is obviously the part that's going to get hottest the fastest. So you're kind of cooling it off, cooking the inside, cooling it off, 180 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's what it is. I can't remember. It's not Celsius. It's Fahrenheit. I don't know how I get them confused. Almost certain it's 180 degrees Fahrenheit.
I'm going to say you're right on that.
And just keep it at that and see where it gets you. That's what I would do. If I was just going to be, I should just do it and give it and see what happens. That's a good idea. I think I will.
The one thing about water hardened leather is that if it gets wet, it turns into a wet noodle. So what a lot of people do who water harden,
Hey, Chris.
they will then paint melted wax onto the leather and then just heat gut it in so that just the absolute surface layer is waxed. This will give you the rigidity of the water hardening and the waterproofing of waxing.
There you go. Our not so expert opinion. James Dean says, Dark Horse Workshop, I'm experimenting with some collars. Do you guys have any experience attaching silver, glass, and onyx to leather? Any good glue? Off the top of my head, no. But off the top of my head, I would use epoxy and rough up both sides, or do something where you're like doing something like in this, like that, where it's set behind another piece of leather.
But I would still put something under that,
That is glued.
like barge cement or glue or whatever. I actually words. English.
Nice tufts. I'll take a look at it.
Shoe goo.
Oh yeah.
Shoe goo is actually a pretty decent adhesive to put behind stuff, as long as it has something it can bind to. It's a thick jelly kind of glue, and it's very easy to make a mess with, so be careful with it. But yeah, give that a try.
And that little piece on that is cut smaller than the gemstone, so it's water formed a little bit over it, so it hugs it in place. But just directly on. If you were making a collar and just putting a gemstone on it, I wouldn't do that. Just wouldn't.
Yeah.
Just directly on it, I would find something else that, like some kind of overlay that sets it in. I just think there's too much room for it falling off.
So I spent a lot of time as a carpenter. I spent 20 years building houses and that kind of thing. And an old carpenter's adage is glue and screw. Don't rely on anything by itself. Always back up your adhesives, your fixtures, or whatever, And I use the exact same philosophy with leather. If I'm going to glue something, I will also stitch the edges to prevent the leather from peeling up. Or, you know, so yeah. Never rely on just one way of affixing something if you can help it. Sew something and rivet, or sew something and glue. Yeah. That's the best advice I got for you.
I'm checking. I don't know what the delay is with.
Between when people type it and when you see it? Is that what you're looking at?
All these things on this cosplay. Let's see. I'm
What are you looking at?
Tufts. I think it was Tufts.
Tufts? Tough. Oh, okay.
In chat.
Okay.
I think it was Tufts. I get everybody confused.
Richard's process for water hardening, then full immersion wax bath for 90 to 20 seconds, makes super hard, super durable, waterproof SCA armor. That's true, Cody. But for anything outside of the SCA, like for instance, if someone shoots a target arrow at you, the wax does act as a lubricant, and the, you know, that's the way. Honestly, if you're going to wax harden something, you should kind of water harden it a little bit first. But it's not a vital thing. It's just sort of one of those extra, it would be nice. And I got to pay attention to what I'm doing before I cut my fingers off. Which would not be the first time I cut the tip of a finger off in this shop. What were we working on when I did that, Richard? It was a show or a movie, but I don't remember what one. Was it Men in the High Castle? I think it was Men in the High Castle.
That probably was Men in the High Castle. It gives you the most opportunity.
Yeah, I literally I nipped the tip of this finger right off, cut about 2/3 of the way up the nail, right off. I'm amazed there's no scar. I've scarred from dumber, simpler, less severe wounds, but that one actually didn't leave much of a scar at all.
All right, let's see if I'm getting better at this whole game. Let's see.
Game?
You ready?
What game?
What was it? Tough said, I finished my follow cosplay commission. I emailed it to you, your info email. And I'm going to hit a button, see if I can show a still of it. Does it work? Yeah, look at that.
Hey, look at that.
Pretty cool. I've got another closer picture. I'll figure out one second here. I think if I hit this again, it'll do it again. No. How do I move it? See, we're getting close here, but we're not quite dialed in. If I go like this, what if I do this?
That was cool, by the way.
Okay, this isn't kind of a ass backwards way of doing it, but looking cool. Very nice, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting better at quickly bringing stuff up. I just need to figure out how to cycle through that, which I have no idea how to do.
Can you put that on thumbnail?
Boom!
No, thumbnail.
Boom!
People still want to look at my pretty face.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, perfect. How would you reverse that?
Put it over here?
No. But this is the thumbnail.
Oh, that is the thumbnail. I'd have to screw
and
around.
then this is the gloriousness that is my face.
This is fine. I do want to change one thing though.
I'm modest. What can I say? I had a thing. There it is.
Look at me.
Was that the thumbnail picture you were?
Yeah, I just moved it around. I'm a pro. Pro moves. That's what I say. If anybody else has any work they want to show, I can't guarantee that we can get to. Well, I can probably get to everybody's work. There's not a lot of people here, honestly. I was gonna say I can't guarantee we're gonna get through everybody's stuff, but yeah, I can probably show some other people's stuff if you want to give it to me to put up. This is a good time for me to remind everybody that you can become a incredible Dark Horse Workshop supporter through the membership link down below. You get emojis. I need to make more emojis. We only have half the number of emojis. I'm looking for people to make emojis if somebody has some ideas. I made a stupid little swivel knife. Hey, has anybody used the swivel knife emoji yet? I put a crappy swivel knife emoji up, but I really don't know how to make it better, so I put it up. Yeah, you get emojis. You get a little horse head thing beside your name. You get a green name. Yeah, you're missing out. And my undying thanks until I die. Then, not so much. Ah, look at it! There's a swivel knife. I've got like 6 more I can make. I can make more, like 6 more little emojis.
It's awesome. Bask in the gloriousness.
James Dean, you could send pictures to info@darkhorseworkshop.com. I'm also looking for suggestions for emojis. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to call them out. Remember that you can also gift memberships to other people.
You know what would be amazing?
What?
For an emoji.
What? You?
A glorious little McEwen handcraft logo.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
Makes perfect sense.
It would just be your own solo emoji.
Yeah, so?
Whatever you're on, it would be like McEwen emoji. I guess that, but I've tried to make, I tried to make a little Dark Horse Workshop logo. Doesn't work very well. They look really shitty when they're really tiny. Maybe I should just do it anyways. See what it looks like.
It does kind of look like a syringe. A little bit. It's for people who need their Dark Horse fix.
Yeah. That's funny. Viking axe emoji, there's a good one. Owl emoji would be cool. The only thing is, remember how small they are, so it can be very difficult to throw that detail down. Maybe I'll just do it anyways and see how it turns out on stream.
I have faith in your abilities.
Like, those look small to me, but they are, you can see what they are, mostly. Wolf, Raven, Hammer. Do I need to get my notebook out? I'll remember this. We got the McEwen.
Yeah, everybody sing out if you want that McEwen handcraft logo.
Wolf, Raven, Hammer, Axe, McEwen handcraft logo. Probably at the bottom of the list, I'm going to say. Just throwing it out there.
Speaking of, you seen that?
That's pretty cool. Yeah. I've got one too, but it's not like that gigantic.
I've got 3 of them, actually.
Here, boink.
Isn't that awesome? This is my large one. This is the 1 1/4. I've got this exact same thing in 3/4, and then I have everything reversed in the 1 inch.
Oh, that'll stay like that. Oops.
Yeah, don't leave it like that. Got that done through Hand and Sew in New West.
Nice. I've got one. I just don't use it. I put it on one thing. I paid $100 for something, and I never use the fucking.
Well, that's your fault, isn't
but
it?
I just don't.
You should have that on everything you make.
It's just a final. Bam. Falcon. A falcon. John in with the falcon. Damn. That's pretty cool. I wouldn't even have thought of a fucking falcon. Or a raven would be cool too. But again, working with so much little tiny space. I think it's supposed to be 64 by 64 pixels. But I think I think it's 64 by 64, which is ridiculous. 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 How you doing here?
Yeah, I gotta cut out another one of these.
Oh.
I'm kind of not really rushing. I'm just sort of like taking my time. I should probably do it at this end. It's
That's what I was thinking. Look at me. I'm helping.
Helping.
A rabid Wolverine. Yeah, Ethan, thank you. Wolverine. That's an inside joke between just Ethan and I. Nobody else will get that joke. Did I? Well, I think they display like I will accept them as 200 by 200 because it gets a little silly when you're doing pixel, and they'll crunch them down. But I don't want them to be too big because once if you send me something that's 800 by 800 and I crunch it, it'll be ridiculous. But at least at 200, I can like kind of work it down to something manageable. I can't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 64 by 64. But who knows? Yes, actually, Ethan Levi would get that joke. That's true. My handles are drying. See, it's almost 4 o'clock, and I've done handles. It'll be fine.
Do you need me to crack the whip?
No. Get back to work. It's chat time. I like chatting. I'm going to go look at my handles.
You go look at your handles.
Oh my god, they're amazing.
He says they're amazing. All right. More wacka wacka. Less yakka yakka. More wacka wacka. Yeah, I stole that line from another YouTuber.
I'm excited for dramatic lighting in here. I'm buying more lights. We're gonna shut the main lights off. Look at this. I'm gonna do some drama.
Some drama. It's so romantic.
See, we need a little more lighting, but you know, like one here, and then maybe over here. Look at that. Other than my face is completely blocked by the Otherwise, it's good.
That's a plus, isn't it? Yeah, Joseph got it. I quoted another YouTuber, and Joseph guessed exactly where it came from.
Pub style, nice. Or we can do this action. Please do tutorial on scrimshaw and leather mug tutorial on drinking horn mugs.
I told you. People are interested in leather adjacent content. I keep telling him he should do another video about brass etching.
Trust asks, what other leathercraft channels do you watch? What do you watch? You just watch Dark Horse Workshop because it's the best.
I'm a big fan of Chuck Dorset's channel, The Leather Element.
Very traditional. More.
Let's see. Who else? Yeah, you know what? There's not a whole lot of channels that I really subscribe to that I watch regularly. There's a new up-and-coming channel that I really like. He's another Lower Mainland BC guy, Black Flag Leather. He's very new, but he's been putting out some nice content. I like it. Let's see what else. Yeah. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. It's my show.
I'm the star here.
You're like the.
I'm the guest star.
You're the meteor.
I'm the meteor.
You're like
I'm definitely meaty.
Leathercraft channels that I watch almost are exclusively thinking of content. Everything I watch is because of content. Are we like way moved over here? No wonder this is all feeling weird. Let's do. Is it because of this? I don't know.
No. There. You happy?
You get the lower right hand side. There you go. Look at that. This is your whole zone. This is you. Just keep everything there, and you'll be fine. I watch Quarter Leather. I watched Leotis. A little bit of Leotis. Honestly, the one I watched the most, purely because I'm trying to wrap my head around the concept of the subscriber count is, who do you think?
Dark Horse Workshop.
Yeah, no. Little King Goods. I watch a lot of Little King Goods because of his cinematography and how he shoots things. Everything is like it's very smooth and buttery. So I watched a lot of his videos. Obviously, it's not translating today for ideas on how I should shoot stuff and how I should make things look for people to enjoy it. So. Prince Armory was great leather work. Yes, I do.
Prince Armory, yeah, definitely. They get a thumbs up for me.
Yeah.
What about Stock and Barrel?
Stock and Barrel, I used to watch fairly regularly, but it's
same with me. I haven't seen anything from him lately.
He sold his company. Stock and Barrel sold Stock and Barrel.
Really?
To some friends of theirs. So there's a Stock and Barrel YouTube channel on here. He's got lots of great content, and they probably still have a lot of great content. I think specifically he is taking over the social media side of things, and now he's working on some kind of like custom motorcycle thing he's got going on. So now that we're at this point, we should probably put the block down to punch a billion holes, but whatever. I'll live. I know it's a big cutting board table, but
you're not wrong.
I do like to try and like not make it screwed up. It's not the end of the world. Maybe you can move over this way more. Refocus. Good. All right.
See,
Diesel Punk does do some cool stuff. There's also what was that other one? Diesel Punk, and there's another guy from I think he's from the Ukraine. Is that a Diesel Punk pattern?
This is a Diesel Punk pattern.
Nice.
It's my lunchbox.
Cool.
My EDC bag.
Let me just double check because I want to make sure I get the name right on this one channel. He does lots of cool stuff. He's kind of Diesel Punk-esque. People can hear me. I don't know if they can hear me right now.
Diesel Punk-esque?
Yeah.
Well, you're kind of Diesel Punk-esque, or he's kind of Dark Horsey. Depending on how you look at it. BK Creative Studio says, "Hey Magnus, I sent some photos to your email."
Creative All is what I'm talking about.
Creative All. I like Creative All. Leather Hub is another designer that I'm a big fan of. I started off really liking the Diesel Punk stuff, and then I kind of saw what everything else that was out there, and he started off as my favorite, and then I don't know. Leather Hub and Creative All are amazing designers. But especially since I started designing my own stuff, I've kind of followed them less. I don't think I've bought a single pattern from another designer since I started doing my own a year ago.
I'm gonna show some more people's stuff here, so.
You're gonna show some more people's stuff. That is fantastic. Is this coming up from BK Creative or?
I got a few in this. So.
Nerd Forge does do some leather stuff, yeah.
There was a really good book. Is Nerd Forge the one that did the book, the giant books?
I do really believe I recall seeing some books from Nerd Forge. Whether they're the ones you're thinking of.
Oh my god, it's a lot of images.
What are you doing? It's all flickery.
Hmm?
It was all flickery there for a second.
Did I just do it for a split second?
Like a second or two. Magnus and his shenanigans messing with the channel.
How do you... So there's switch to still image. I'm just trying to make this less complicated. Will that cycle? 1 second. No, that does not do what I wanted it to do.
It just occurred to me, I mean, I already knew this, but it occurred to me that I got to make 4 of these, not 2. Because the person I'm making for has 2 elbows. Funny how that works, right? So I'm not getting a vambrace out of this piece of leather. Not like I wanted to. Because I cannot brain today. I has the dumb. Only a little? You're well ahead of me then. Magnus is confused.
I don't know how to do it the easy way, so I'm just doing it this way. Look at this. Look at this. Who was this? I can't remember who it was. I think they said it's like their first leatherworking project. So
That's pretty awesome. Big fuck you. Is that a shoulder? Is that a shoulder pauldron? Looks like a shoulder pauldron to me.
Igman said, "This is my first try in leatherworking. Pauldrons. Thanks for awesome works. Greetings from Istanbul."
Istanbul.
What? That's awesome. Very cool. That's really good. Love it. We can be like this. We can be like, oh, wow. This would be like a thumbnail of a video. Very cool. Awesome. Very sweet. All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna look at my handles again.
What did you do to them that makes you need to check on them?
I actually didn't do anything.
Then why are they sitting there being not used?
I just forgot about them, honestly.
Why don't you start working on the head?
I'm going to. I'm gonna I want to stain these again.
Staining them again.
I want them to be a little bit darker, more mysterious, like me. Very mysterious, yes.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Gonna have to get some more of this tape. I like it. Okay. James Dean says, at Dark Horse Workshop, I saw you just requested access to the pictures. Did I send them wrong?
You sent them by Google Drive access link, so I need access.
Yes, so you sent them by Google Drive access link. He needs to be granted access.
Granted access to all your secrets. And we're right back to it. Right back to punching holes in the fucking...
I got to make 4 of these.
Do you have to make
them
right. Yeah. Do you have to make them specifically on the same whiteboard so they're identical?
Yes. Yes, I do. Abso-frickin-lutely.
Oh, Zelda Vanbridges. Here we go. Oh, we get another organized.
John, yes, drilling holes is faster, but it tears the hole. It doesn't leave a nice clean hole.
I don't know if even it's faster once you get rolling.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it must be faster.
It,
Just like with the drill press.
yeah.
If I'm doing heavy, not like if you're doing really heavy leather, sure, go for it.
I'm doing 12 ounce. That's kind of heavy.
It's heavy-ish. It's heavy for more normal humans.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed that I can't figure this out, but I'll put it on my list of things to do for next time.
One of the things you could do is actually take your drive punch, put the drive punch in the chuck of your drill press, and then just use your drill press as an arbor.
Little something from BK Creative.
Oh, hey, look at that.
That's fancy.
Fancy pants.
I love the contrast. It's very nice. Very nice.
That is very cool.
Oh, yeah, I don't need to touch those. I can start working on my pattern.
Pitter pattern, let's get at her.
Pitter patter, let's get at her. For sure. Yeah, very nice. What else we got? Gotta switch it off first. Hit that again. No. What? Weird. Then it can be turned off. Oh, this is something from Ethan, which is pretty dope.
Oh.
Pretty cool. That's awesome. Look at that.
Pretty cool.
Bad ass. Love it. I've got to decide what the axe head is going to look like shape-wise.
It should probably look like an axe.
Oh, you get carried away now.
Ooh, what about a double-bitted axe?
We got this as well.
You could go all fantasy Viking warrior on it.
Oh man, that carving's looking great.
Yeah, that's actually really, really tight carving.
Really nice. Very cool, very cool. Or just put a punch tip in your drill press. Mind blown.
I have some good ideas sometimes.
Like I could put a punch in the kick press too. That was crazy.
Yep.
Oh, looks great. Very nice. Lovely.
You don't like all my little leather shavings?
They're amazing.
My little leather dust? Look at that. I'm Leather Bay. Okay, that was cringe.
Yep. I'm just picking the axe head type I want to do.
Double bitted.
Like this is where I should be tied into. Like I should add a scene here that I can swap to my computer, so I can be like, "Hey guys, I'm looking for trying to decide what kind of axe I want to do."
That makes far too much sense.
Type of axes.
Richard, who was the leather channel you mentioned? Quartz something.
Quartz.
I think he means quarter leather.
Yeah,
Corter. Quarter leather.
Yeah.
Yeah. At Dark Horse Workshop, I was being stupid, so I sent you a link to a folder instead with open access.
Nice. You can always disable that.
My bit's getting dull. There we go. See what I mean about these being able to just come right out? Just got a little bit of wax on there,
Oh, what the hell? This is so good.
and that prevents it from flying out, and works great.
All right, now everybody's sending me stuff. That's way too good.
I gotta go off camera here for a sec. Roll my nose.
Hey James, I do not have time to search through the Google Drive too much, so if you could download a couple images and just send them to my email address, that would be perfect. We've got a bunch of people who have sent me images, and I am now behind because that's how I roll. We're gonna make an axe head. It needs to have a little bit of the. Why don't I do it up here? How do I want to do it? Nah, I'm gonna do a curved one. So it's gonna have. This is the curve around the back of the wood. Go to there. This is the front, and then we're gonna go. I think we're gonna just do it like this one. And then it's gonna come back to here. Very simple, nothing crazy.
I'll drop it a bit more than that. Give it a bit more of a beard.
I don't want it to be super beardy. We gotta embed it in the guy's skull as well. The beard will be like crazy. Here, I'm holding the axe. We got it. Beautiful. It's an amazing axe. It may or may not.
Great. Job done. Let's all go home, folks.
Yeah, everybody go home.
Oh, hey, look, Omar.
What? Oh, yeah, Omar. Omar's like, I almost forgot. I've got to leave a tip because I got to keep my streak alive. Omar has, I think, tipped in some form from
Just about every episode.
almost every single stream. It's crazy. So, yeah.
He's the real MVP around here.
Yeah, it's true. If you are looking to help support the stream other than watching, feel free to become a member. $1.99. I know, I went big, but it's well worth it. You get emojis, a green name, and my undying thanks. Or you can always do a little super chat. You can gift memberships, or you can do a super sticker. Super fun. That's probably why it's called a super sticker, because it's super fun. Does that make any sense?
And there is a little shameless self-promotion for me.
Yeah.
A couple of days left on my summer sale on patterns on my Etsy at
Nice.
McHugh and Handcraft.
That's like it's a great time to be alive. This here, this might be too much. We'll see. I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to wrap it around the piece of wood, and we'll see how it goes. Though I should probably rub the grime off that wood. That sounded a little wrong. I'm going to go and
Go rub your
deal.
grime
I'm going
off
to
your
deal
wood.
with the handles. Going to deal with the handles.
Let's keep it PG, shall we?
I haven't tried axe throwing, but my right shoulder's not very good at throwing. It's screwed up, and my left shoulder is left. I'm not left-handed, so I'm very awkward with throwing stuff with my left. I'd love to do it more. It'd be fun. I've done a little bit, not much.
Have you guys tried axe throwing? They have indoor axe throwing in my city. As Richard said, he hasn't really. I have absolutely not. Done a little bit in the SCA. That was about it.
Hey, I brought a glove with me. Look at that.
You brought a glove with you.
These are still a little antique.
That looks okay. Almost axe handle E. Good enough for an indie film.
What? What did you say about it?
I said good enough for an indie film.
What did you say before that?
I said it looks like a kind of like an axe handle. You're winning me over with your argument that it is in fact an axe handle.
I may have to ding them up a little bit.
Ding them up.
Yeah, like how this one here's got like all these marks on it.
My leather dust. Integrate
Now it's on the floor.
where it belongs.
How do you sharpen your bevelers? Depends on what kind of bevelers you're using. What do you got going on there? Is that mine?
It's yours.
This is an Odin beveler. I'm still undecided on if how much what am I doing? Odin beveler. So it's got like this one's got a notch in it, which rides really awesomely. This is what I mean by the notch, not the end. So you're using the little Odin sharpening tool, which has both a square side, and a rounded side, and then you put some really super fine sandpaper on top of that and run your blade on it. Now, if you're using like a flat tandy beveler, you can just strop it or use some super fine sandpaper if you're really behind on its sharpness to just like go over it, because it won't have this groove, some of them. So you can just do it on some sandpaper and then run it on your strop and you're good. Because this has the groove, you got to use something like this, or if you're feeling adventurous, you can bevel an edge, rouge the edge, and then drag it reversed on whatever you just beveled. So that's the cheap person's way of doing it, or the frugal way of doing it, I guess would be the best way to put it. There you go. That's all we got. You got anything? You got anything?
I concur wholeheartedly with everything you just said.
What? Mark it on your calendar. Actually, I'm just going to put this in here right now. Get an idea of how this is going to move around it.
I'm trying to figure out how I want to Tetris this piece on.
Don't like what I've done. I'm going to do a little change.
No, it sucks. It's garbage. Throw it away. Start over.
I think I'm just overcompensating too much for this here. I think it needs to be more like here's where, and then it needs to be down more. All right, change of plans.
You need to be down more.
We're just going to do this. Boom. That's about it. Doesn't need to be anything crazier. We're going to go up here like this, and then we're going to bring it down. Oh my god. And then it doesn't have the fold in the right spot.
I'm going to go right there.
Let's try this again. One more time. One more time.
Once more with feeling.
Once more with feeling. There.
many people we got in the channel today?
Right now we have an incredible total of...
I don't know where to look for it on this screen.
We got 32 people.
32.
Over here it says 32.
That's awesome. Awesome possum. There's my knife. There it is.
Just something's weird about it.
About what?
About this. I think I've got like a weird amount here.
What about the axe? Yeah. Oh, you've ruined it. Remember to like that stream.
Which? This stream? Of course. Remember to like it.
Good call, Robert.
Yeah.
All right, this will be my last
It's probably good. Where'd my knife go?
elbow half.
What? Really?
You fucked it up. It's ruined. But he fixes it in the last second.
Huh?
Oh. Look at,
It'll be great.
oh my God. Keep making the same mistake.
Amateur hour.
All right.
Remember to like the stream, especially the singing part. No. I'm digging that. It's fucking dope. That's great. It's perfect.
But do you like it?
I do. I think that's great.
So enthusiastic sounding.
It's freaking amazing. I'm gonna go check my email. See if we got something from James. So there we go, James. Nice.
Put it up.
Oh yeah.
Put it up now.
Hey, slow your,
Do it. Do it now.
slow your roll there, buds.
No slow. Do it. Do it now. The people are waiting. You don't want to disappoint your avid fan base. They are waiting. You're failing them. Aye. Yeah. Most of these are not me. Most of these are, in fact, him.
Got into this as well. A little suitcase butterfly.
Ooh.
Remember whose that was? Whose was that? It's kind of cool. They put it on suitcases to help identify.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, you guys went all out. I'm like, nobody will send me anything. I'll be stuck looking through this all the time. But that was Aaron Leroy? Aaron J. Leroy.
When I'm doing this at home, I I have my headphones on. I've got Spotify going, or YouTube video, or sometimes I just listen to whatever nutcase Joe Rogan has on an interview for the day. It's a little different having an audience.
I'm gonna have to like.
Gary Ledford wants to have the email address again.
It's info at darkhorseworkshop.com. That is way too awesome. So this is
Jeez.
yeah.
Is that tooled? The center panel?
It's really fucking totally tooled.
That's
Ridiculous. So good.
awesome.
Love it.
Look at that. Amazeballs.
So if you're sending any images to me, just send me one.
Why can't you tool like that?
Because I don't have the patience. I could do that. You know how much time that would take? That would take a lot of time. I love the extra. Let's like make extra work and do like the little line inserts inside the line. You know, the little line borders. That's like, I got. Who says that again? Is that? It's I always get everybody confused.
Not hard to confuse you.
Patrick Trust.
Hi, Stefan.
Yeah,
Thanks for
trust.
joining.
That's Trust's. That's Trust's bag. Trust Life.
That's Trust Life?
Yeah. So if you're sending me images, just send me one, people, because I need to make axes.
Why am I not guest appearing on his YouTube channel?
He doesn't have a YouTube channel. Why isn't he replacing you? Is the real question. Because he's you're in Spain, aren't you, Trust? I think Trust is in Spain.
That's a really nice bag.
Remember, everybody, that you can become a member of this channel for $1.99 a month. I'm gonna make axe heads.
I have an idea. You should make axe heads.
That's crazy.
I know, right?
That's pretty amazing.
I'm full of great ideas.
It's a motorcycle tool bag.
That's a pretty rocking.
Oh, that's another picture of the same. Okay, I've got like here. Let me 1 sec.
Oster Porhe says, "Hi everyone from Basque County." Where's Basque County? I have no idea. Just send me one.
So that's the same. That's the same one. All rolled up. Yeah. Whatever.
That's ridiculous how
Whatever.
good that is.
It's awesome. It's really good. Really, really good. What did I use on this?
You used a thing. You know, with the stuff. I think I underquoted on this job.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Starting to get hungry.
I can't leave until these are done. So
I'm doing intermittent fasting right now to try and drop a little of that. See how it goes. I gotta lose about 30 or 40 pounds because my knees do not like hauling my fat carcass around So, wish me luck. There. There we go. See, I can learn things.
You learn it, did?
I learned how to do the picture-in-picture thingamajigger.
Nice. All right, I'm thinking too hard. I'm using this.
I learned because I am special. What do we got? What is this? That's a leather.
It's an inherited.
It's an old piece of leather. That's almost as old as the leather I'm using.
I don't know why I can't easily change media files, but whatever. It's just some stuff from. Some more stuff with some carving and. Oh, is there like an inlay different color leather behind the other leather? It looks like a.
On the collar, yeah.
Yeah. It's cool.
Very cool. Artwork. The knot work is really nice too.
Yeah, looking good. I'm gonna try and
Get MG, fastest weight loss I ever had. What is MG?
This is James's stuff. By the way, James Dean.
That's James? Good job, James.
Nice.
Killing it.
All right, I'm gonna get some weights and try and cut some stuff out.
I need to take a bit more of the table. Come on over a bit more. Get a little closer.
Oh, look at that! It's double
Don't
S.
be shy.
What's going on?
Things and stuff. What did you do?
Nothing. Didn't do anything.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
You know, I could just do that.
I still think you should make 2 of those and turn it into a double-bitted axe.
Nope.
Come on, guys. Who's with me here? Double-headed axes are awesome.
They're awesome-ish.
Awesome-ish?
Yes, ish.
All right. Now I need another one of you guys.
Everybody's gonna scream when I do this, but I don't.
Everybody's going to scream when you do what?
Where's my knife?
The black one?
Yeah.
It's right here. You need to keep better track of your stuff.
It was in my way.
That was off camera. They didn't see that.
Good. They didn't see me just myrtleize the.
He just chopped a foot off of the hide just to make it fit on the table again. And he's doing it again.
There. Look at that. Exactly how it was meant to be.
Oh my God.
What? I could use that for something.
Yeah, sure could.
Where'd my pen go?
Something tells me you won't, though.
I won't. Is this pen even good? Probably not. Oh, it is. These are going to be dyed black and then painted up.
Myasthenia gravis. I will be Googling that later, Robert. Ugh. I don't like that. Don't worry, nothing.
You don't like it?
Just there was a little bit of a corner there, and I didn't like the corner, so I cut it off.
Marvelous.
Now I gotta make another one of them. frame so people can see what I am doing. Because, you know, everybody came here to see me. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Tufts is like, okay, I have to go actually finish a leather project. Good call. Good call.
I guess that's permissible.
See you, Tufts.
Have a great one, bud.
Why keeping so much excess leather around it? Because I don't care.
I don't know if it's actually showing up, but there's a lot of branding right here as well. I don't know if that's going to mean anything once you're done. But
I could have been more specific, but if you saw the amount of scrap I have in my shop, you wouldn't really.
The amount of waste this man goes through is disgusting.
Yeah, it's a serious amount of waste.
Like, if I lived closer, I could build a leatherworking career off of making shit from the stuff he throws away.
It's true. I don't throw it away. I put it in a box.
You put it in a box.
What's in the box?
And then you put the box away, and then it disappears until one day you throw the box in the garbage.
No, I sell it.
Or you sell it, or you give it away, or...
Anybody want to buy some scraps?
Yes.
Nice. $5 a
I mean, I'm looking at a Sterilite tote right over there, packed to the gills with scrap leather. And look, there's 3 more under the table over here, 4 more over the table under the table over here.
What about the top over there on the right? Well, that's not scrap. It's just rolls.
That's just rolls.
And then all the rolls here.
And then these are the actual rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've
I'm a horrible person.
And the thing is you're not actually as stocked with leather as I have seen you.
Yeah.
Like when we were working on Man in the High Castle, this table was overflowing, and there was stuff on the floor. And
I've put it up though, so there's scrap up there, there's scrap down over there, and there's some rolls up on top there.
Yeah. But you don't have as much as you once would have.
That's true. I'll give you that.
Because you're not doing production film work as much.
Yeah. I'm in the middle of buying a house with enough space for a workshop. I really hope I get it. I can't wait to get a big work table. That'd be sweet.
So one of the things I tell people all the time is one of the most important tools a leather worker can have is a cut table big enough for the hides that they work with. So if you work with double shoulders almost exclusively, you need at least a 5-foot long workbench. Like 5 by 3 at the very least. Sides, 4 by 8 would be like your minimum.
That's what this is.
That's what this is. That's actually what mine is at home. I actually inherited from Richard his old white board with when he put this one in. I got his old one. It's a little scuffed, but it still works just fine. It just doesn't look as clean on camera.
Mm-hmm. I'm a bit of a hero.
In your own mind, I'm sure. Yeah,
It's true. All right. These bits.
how's that strop working for you?
It's good. My only complaint about it would be
Too short?
because it's nice and smooth. It wants to fly around a little bit, so I just got to make sure it's.
Hold it in your hand.
I don't want to fucking touch my hand with that.
Why?
Because I don't know how I do it.
Crazy.
That's my only. But it's not a big deal. It looks nice, so it's no big deal. Not a big deal.
Isn't that look awesome? That's a beautiful strop.
It is nice.
If you're going to be a big-time leather crafting YouTuber, you should have nice-looking tools.
That's true. Always. Is it the back of my head? Obviously.
No, it's kind of like your head's just a little bit off camera.
You know what?
So you're fine.
Time for that replacement. As it saws through this instead of cuts.
Tandy is, unfortunately, for me, an hour away from where I live. Really unfortunately, because I'm there 3 times a week. I work there.
I know you do.
Yes, I work for the big bad leather corporation.
I don't know if you want to be dissing Tandy on stream. Just saying. I got nothing against Tandy. Just so you know, Tandy, love it. Love your work.
The customer service there is stellar.
Exactly. Especially the taller.
You go there Wednesdays, Thursdays, or Saturdays, and the customer service is just beautiful. And if anyone from Tandy Corporate is watching, I love my job. Most of the time.
Why did I turn the fan off? Oh, you turned it off.
I turned it off
blowing
because
stuff around.
we're not having that problem anymore. So why don't I just turn it back on?
We can do this. Sorry, that was.
What? Turning it on?
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
I didn't really have.
What alternatives are there to turning the fan on or leaving it off?
I had no deep thoughts. I'm gonna try my little other blade for this, even though it's probably gonna fail.
Yeah, Robert, that's a bit more than an hour for me, considering I live in Langley, British Columbia.
What is? That's far away.
Robert says that his Tandy is in Austell, Georgia. A little bit further than an hour for me.
It's a little further.
Just a touch.
No, not sharp enough.
What's not sharp enough?
Just the point is broken on it. It's always nice when the point's really good.
Yep. It's always nice to have a good point.
Yeah.
I had a thing. Did I put it away?
Yeah, looking more.
Ruler.
Oh, ruler's good. Tandy, still Georgia. Yeah. Do you ever cut with the tool that looks like a pizza cutter? I do not, never.
Those are for thinner leathers. If I were using garment or upholstery weight leathers, I would absolutely use one. In fact, I have. But for veg tan, they're not sturdy enough. Hey, Cindy, how you doing? Cindy's in channel.
Oh.
Cindy.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Mwah, kisses to my wife. I guess I could do a little Cindy emoji too. Doesn't do so. Let's see.
The Dark Horse Workshop better half is in the channel.
Working through some images, folks. Give me a second.
Okay. Blam.
There's
Bam.
a little
Bam.
little something.
Look at that. Oh, look at that.
Let's get rid of us. There we go.
Hello.
Very cool. Very cool. That's my not work stuff. So even better. Even better. Sweet. Sweet. Sweet.
Very, very cool.
Alright, I'm gonna show a couple more, and then probably done with images because I gotta get his axis done.
All right.
This is a wine holder, wine bottle holder.
Oh, nice.
Can't remember who did that. Oh yeah, it was Aaron.
Very nice work.
And then we got never ending.
What do we got?
I'm working on it.
Come on.
There we go. Little something. That's their first. I think it was their first leatherworking project.
Yeah, nice little vest insert. Very cool.
Yeah, Jason's little vest bit. What else did I want to show before I'm done here? I'm out of time to show stuff. I think.
I got a little little tip, little trick for you guys. Put your tokenol in a squeeze bottle. Got this from the dollar store. Watch how easy this is. I should open the thing first. That would help.
Super easy.
There we go. Not getting your elbow away.
Look at that. Nice. Pretty good. Licking it up.
Mm-hmm. I always found, before I started using the squeezy bottle, that I always applied way too much tokenol. And you wind up with a wet, goopy mess.
Yep.
Yeah.
And to answer your earlier question, yes, the yellow tape has measurements on it. It's cheap at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Jones, etc.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed somebody asking about it. Now, if I could get it in metric, that would be amazing.
I'm sure you can.
Well, not from the place I bought that.
No, but that's fine. You can get it on Amazon, I'm sure. The great and all-powerful Amazon. All right, we got two of these. Where's the third one? Where did I throw it away to? Oh, here it is.
Is this with the thing and the stuff?
Yep, exactly. Cynthia leaving. I'm writing our short script, Magnus at Burnaby Regional Park. So I'll bid you adieu. Mwah. See you later. The one thing.
Who the what now?
Nothing to see here, everybody.
Magnus doesn't like getting that close to me, so he's going to move the camera back so that we can stand a little further apart.
You just don't need to be hugging. No, hugging's not really necessary.
I feel so rejected.
Do a little bit of this action here. Bring this down a bit. Boom. A little better.
He wants it in the furlongs for the really big eyes. Nice, Robert.
There, that's a little better. Now we're not like, hey,
Oh,
let's cut some leather. What the hell?
what'd you do?
It just came. It just went. Nyeh.
That is some
Man.
very dry leather.
It's very old. Very old.
Almost 2 where James Dean is, so he's going to have to mosey on down the road.
Oh. Well, have a good one, James. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the photos.
Absolutely.
I inherited this leather from a friend of mine who passed away recently. So.
What?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ross of Swords, Ross Newcomb. He was like one of the big merchants at local events. He sold swords and armor, mostly swords. And this is part of stuff that I got from him with some leather stuff.
Oh. That is not the way you want to get some leather.
So, Ross of Axes. This is for you, Ross.
You're literally making an axe.
Yeah. Well, he's Ross of Swords, but whatever. Ross of many blades. R. Smith 7575 is just subscribed. Everybody say hello to R. Smith, and remember, membership has its privileges. What is it? What tagline is that from? MasterCard? No. What is that from?
It's some corporate thing.
I feel like there's like a.
And I'm fully certain we're going to find out when they sue you for copyright infringement.
Whatever.
And then I will laugh. And I will laugh. And then I will testify in court that I made you say it. Because, you know, I got your back.
Does anybody here like video games? Just in case you weren't aware, Magnus of Dark Horse Workshop also has a video game channel where he streams video games randomly. Sometimes he misses 3 months.
But
Sometimes he does it back to back.
You don't stream any good games.
Good is all relative. I was playing some DayZ the other day. I'm going to be doing some Call of Duty. I might play some Elden Ring soon if people are into that kind of stuff. And it is over on, you think it would be Dark Horse Gaming. No. You think it might be Magnus Gaming. No. It's on my channel, Freak Legion. Freak, Legion. All one word. Shut up. I've been thinking of changing my name. It's too long.
What?
I don't know. To either Legion or Freak or Magnus, just like for my gaming stuff.
Just stick to what works.
Well, I've been Freak Legion and my gaming stuff forever.
That doesn't mean that it needs to be that forever.
100%. Before that, I was Shroud.
Shroud.
Yeah, and then Shroud is super famous now.
I didn't bevel the backside of this piece. Because I was distracted.
Moist. Moist.
Well, it's not going in the wax today, so.
Was that your plan, though?
What? To wax it today?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, good. Like, that's not gonna happen.
That would require prep time.
Igman says I gotta go. It's almost 3 a.m. here. Thanks. You guys are amazing. Thanks for hanging out.
See you
later. Matthew says, I tried playing Elden Ring, but I couldn't figure out how to do anything except die repeatedly. I heard there is a lot of dying in that game. So maybe I would play something more like Dragon Age, Witcher 3, Call of Duty. I like Call of Duty.
I went on a nostalgic kick the other day, and I started a new game of Elder Scrolls Morrowind.
Nice.
I don't know why. It was a weird impulse.
I was playing Max Payne 2, I think it was 2.
The one, I wouldn't play one. But the second Max Payne, recently, I should stream a game of that. Max Payne was awesome. Did you play Max Payne?
I have not.
That's like where they have bullet time. Like that was like the first time I ever recall being like, you're like down the hall fighting guys, then you hit your bullet time button, and then you go in slow motion, and you can aim on all of them, and your bullet time is all draining as you go and aim on all of them, and then you release bullet time, and you go and annihilate them all while diving across the room. It was really cool. You gotta trust me. And the story was really good too. It had this like noir kind of feel. It was very like a voiceover thing, and it was nice. It was nice.
I like the real-time survival strategy kind of games. I have been playing 7 Days to Die now for a few years. And I know you tried it back when it was in like early release.
I tried it.
But the game has undergone major overhauls since then.
Yeah.
And it is a lot more fun.
Cool. I'm gonna go dye these black, very black. Not worried about. Not worried about much.
Yeah.
Actually, I do. Should I glue? No, I'm gonna dye it black. Then even after I've dyed it, I've got to skive it. I want to dye it black, glue it together, and then I got to skive some stuff and dye it again because I need to skive a little bit of a blade on this, and I don't want to fuck around with it right now. I want to glue it first. Anyways, I'll be back.
What kind of dye are you using?
Black dye. Oh my god. What's that happening? How's that so high? Oh, I moved it back. Duh. Phoebus, black dye.
I like the Pro Dye better.
It's pro dye.
Is it?
Yeah.
You didn't say that. You just said Fabings.
Oh, it's the same shit.
No, it's not actually.
Same. It's identical.
If you read the MSDS, it is not the same.
Pretty much the same. It's black from Phoebus.
So the main difference between Phoebing's regular leather dye and Phoebing's Pro Dye is that they have the exact same alcohol suspension solution, but the regular leather dye is a powder-based colorant that you have to buff to get to look good after you apply it, and it really dries out your leather. The Pro Dye is the same alcohol suspension solution, but with a liquid oil colorant. It penetrates a lot better. You don't need to buff afterward. It is, in my opinion, a superior product. What? You said something about birds?
I couldn't remember if I did anything to this other than glue it. I think I just glued it.
My fat gut keeps coming into the camera. That is why I am doing intermittent fasting right now. I need to get rid of the gut. I have not eaten now in 19 hours. I will be eating pretty much as soon as this live stream is over. John, the Phoebings products, the Phoebings regular like leather dye, like if you get their black, if it says like USMC black leather dye, that's a powder-based dye in an alcohol suspension solution, and the Pro dye is the same suspension solution but with an oil-based. I do believe they have a low VOC version. And of course, if you buy EcoFlow dye from Tandy, most of that's water-based. So, I like the color options that you can get from the water-based dyes, but you got to be a bit more careful about not having your color streak or go like a mottled. I don't know. It's just I find it a little bit more of a challenge to get a nice, clean, consistent color. Spraying, of course, is definitely the way to go for anything. The Tandy Professional Dyes are the expensive Italian company. I forget the name. I'm not sure. I work at one of the Canadian stores, so the Canadian stores don't always have a lot of the same new products yet. It takes a lot longer for them to stock the Canadian stores.
I think I waste leather. Jesus.
You waste a lot of paper too, yeah, and dye, I'm sure. But mostly, you waste antiquing.
I had gloves on.
I believe you.
What's going on?
Joseph, you're leaving already? No. He drives Lyft at night.
All right.
All right. Drive safe.
Have a good one. We need some new members this stream. I don't usually get too pushy. We need at least one new member who's gonna. Are you a member still? We can't like go on our membership streak and end
I
it.
actually have no idea if I am still a member or not.
Oh, there you go.
Probably. Let me check.
Running out of members. We have had some revenue though, at least. Got $15 today.
Ooh.
Guess how much of that you get?
None.
You're right. You're very right. Goes all towards repairing my A6600 for. So I burnt my A camera. I had some kind of electrical issue with it. Screwed it up.
There we go.
It's gonna be seven.
Is this text green?
Yes, there you go. It's gonna be
Still a member.
probably a $650 repair, and it might work. Also, might not work.
Oh.
So we'll see how that goes.
My wife was messaging me. Hang on.
Kitsuda, I haven't been paid yet, or I would. Nice. Love it. It's all good. I gotta just rant about it every once in a while. I'm gonna move this fan to blow on these pieces of leather.
All right. Why did I just trip on? I just tripped and unplugged something.
Unplug the camera,
Uh-oh.
but it's on battery. So.
Get another GoPro, Robert says. Cheaper. Richard doesn't do cheaper.
I'm not really a cheap guy.
He's like, should I spend $200 on something or should I spend $2,000? Let's add that zero. That's Richard.
It's not totally unsure. Still in a bad spot.
Still in a horrible spot. You should like have some overhead electrical.
I've done that. You can see it's a thing.
Well, why are you not still doing?
I'm working on it.
Nah, I don't think you are. The Tandy Professional water stains are the Italian company Finis. Professional water stains. It's got to be a newer product then, because I haven't seen that in the Canadian store yet. I mean, who knows? I only work there. What do I need to do next? Nope, I don't need that. All right.
So I'm waiting for my. See, now we need to like build out the set. I'm waiting for my leather to dry. I dyed it black. I'm gonna glue it, do some shaping, and then I'm gonna spray paint it axy colored,
Axicolored.
silverish,
Ooh.
metally, and then that'll be it. Oh, put a handle on it. Ugh. I'd like this to be done, but it needs to be done soon.
Well, how much time we got left on this stream?
Well, I can't. I have to finish these 3 axes, so I'm here till the axes are done. Good stuff.
Order a pizza.
Pizza.
Or whatever.
I'm not totally against the idea.
Will they deliver here? That's the thing.
Yeah, no, they will. Oh, we got a cable. Is that what is that? Oh, it's this cable here. No, that's.
What is that?
What is it? Is it this? Oh wow, that's funny. Only when it's gone.
It is gone. Yeah, it's gone. The very tip of the boom mic is in frame, but like only like absolute, like you can't even tell what it is. It's just like this jiggly bit at the edge of the screen. So Jason, I just read your comment and I read it as, I will stay as long as you stay alive. Not as long as you stay live.
Sounds good to me.
Hey! It's Ionoleth.
Nice.
I hope I pronounced that
Yonaleth,
correctly.
I am getting to your square diamond thing. Promise. Just busy. Busy working on film stuff this week again.
He's ducking you, man. He's ducking you.
Oh, this is a lovely, lovely peach flavored thing.
This is the Buble water.
Oublé.
Promoted by Michael Bubble.
I'm gonna open the door.
Open the door. It's probably late enough that there's nothing going on out there.
That's true. Very quiet. Must be. Is it a holiday? It's not a holiday today, is it?
Well, it is a long weekend. I don't know if it's the Friday or the Monday that's the stat.
I can't wait to deal with my beard.
Either way, I work part-time. I don't get paid for stats.
Oh, that sucks.
You got to work 15 of the last 30 work days to qualify for a stat pay.
Really?
Yep.
You haven't worked half of the days?
I work 3.5 or 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 shifts a week. The rest of the time, I am self-employed.
Well, that's not bad. Self-employed's not bad.
Yeah, self-employed's not bad, except when it's bad.
Hey, Brad.
Bradley!
Oh, yeah. You got that puppy? I don't know what he said.
shouting at leather crafters on the other side of the wall.
We got a new sponsor.
Sponsor? What?
MJB just became a sponsor. Thank you. Much appreciated. Means a lot. It's tiny little things that help this channel do this kind of stuff, and me to buy stupid cameras that sit above my workbench.
It is a nice camera.
It is. That's where it stays.
It's beautiful.
Looking at here.
You can actually almost, you can just see the lens.
Oh, you can just see the lens. That's no good. Fuck.
Well, you moved the boom, and then you did the thing, and then the stuff, and now my fat gut's showing.
Hey, puppy. He's going to be very skittish around new people.
That is a tiny, tiny doggy. Yep. There is a dog in the studio.
Hi. Hey, cutie. Hey, cutie.
And the stream gets put on hold while Magnus goes and makes goo-goo faces at a puppy.
Hi, puppy.
Admittedly, it's a pretty cute puppy. Very shy puppy.
I want to bring the puppy on stream, but she's scared. You should ever just walk in the stream with the puppy and walk out of the stream. You could just
We put the puppy on the table.
Put the puppy on the table. Let's go to camera 3.
I don't know. You're on stream already, Brad. What are you doing?
Back away. Hi.
What'd you do?
Puppy.
All right. That's as much puppy as we get.
That's about it. You want me to show him on screen? Yeah. Look at the puppy.
This is the first puppy on stream.
Can you sniff my hand?
Congratulations, puppy, and goodbye.
Takes warming up to get comfortable with people.
Yeah. It's all good.
Next time we'll have treats for you. Treats and like a half an hour warm up to get to know you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll just sit in a
It
pile
won't
of
last.
treats.
It takes like 15 minutes, but he's got to just be around there.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
See ya.
See you, Brad.
Where are you at?
I need to cut out and punch holes.
Nice. That looks great.
The endless. I mean, why would you design it with so many holes?
I like
Ugh. So many. Ain't that mallet awesome? I made this for Magnus. It's got epoxy on one side, leather on the other. Isn't it beautiful? It's all walnut. Where am I from? BK Creative. Well, originally I was born in Ontario, but I moved out to British Columbia in the 90s. So yeah, I'm a Eastern boy originally, and now I live in Langley, about 50 blocks from the U.S. border. Gluing? You're doing so much stuff off camera. Like, what would you have done if I had not come today?
I don't know. Done another day.
But you said it needs to get done today.
Would have done it yesterday.
I live about an hour drive away from this studio. So that is why you do not see me every week. Also, you know, I don't get paid to be here. Hey, Alana says, here you go, money for puppy treats, $10.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
We're going to expect to see those puppy treats, though.
There'll be some treats.
Hey, Richard.
Yeah.
How long ago did you teach me how to tool leather at your apartment?
Oh, geez.
When was that?
I don't fucking remember.
It's got to be like 6 or 7 years, right? At least?
Well, I think I got the studio in 2016.
2016 was when you got the studio, so it was a good year or two before that.
Yeah.
So I guess I've been a leather crafter since about 2014, 2016, or 2014, 2015? Something like that? Gary, the rotary punch would not break the drive punch, or sorry, the mallet would not break the punch, but the punch is also reinforced, so that's cherry wood, and then I've got a leather cap glued onto it. So I hit it with the epoxy face on the leather cap, and it doesn't really. I could pound on that all day. Markmon 354 subscribing. Stream Elements says thanks for subscribing. The Markmon.
The Markmon. Markmon 354. Thank you.
That's
It always interests me when people subscribe for the first time on stream.
I think it's awesome. Welcome to the subscription. All right. Am I done? I'm done. And it's not a rotary punch. Technically, it is just a drive punch. Yeah, no, it's all good. That's a rotary punch. That's the Tandy brand Craft Tool Pro version rotary punch. Good tool for when you're on the road, but I don't like them for in the shop because you need a very large hand, and although I do have a large hand, I also have osteoarthritis. So the constant squeezing and punching holes like that really, I get about 10 holes in and then I'm done for the day. So I got to be very careful about how I abuse my body in the upcoming years. That's why I start putting these big handles on my drive punches. That's why I make these big oversized tools. Yeah. Because I am broken.
What?
Nothing. I'm just complaining about you.
What did you break?
Me. I broke me. But not today.
Long time ago.
Long time. Let's go back to this. This is probably far more entertaining.
Well, most of the stuff of mine is off stream today. I didn't plan very well. I knew it was going to be a bit of a shit show, but it is what it is. It's my stream, and I'll stream if I want to. Does that make any sense? Not really.
None whatsoever. Just catch it.
Leo Caravello, greetings to the Dark Horse Workshop channel and subscription. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much.
So yeah, as I was saying earlier, I started leatherworking because I joined the SEA. I was given a suit of armor from a guy named Oak, who was what, your knight's knight?
I think that's right. Yeah, I think you got it. Knights. I think that's correct.
And it was a bag of armor that had been sitting in a garage for 30 years, or close to. And someone said, hey, go to Tandy Leather, pick up a hide, and repair it all. So I did. And then shortly after that, Magnus started showing up to the weekly fight practices again.
Did I ever stop? I didn't stop.
Well, you weren't, like the first couple of months that I was in fight practice, you weren't anywhere to be found.
I was probably broken still.
Probably. No, you hadn't fucked up your shoulder yet.
Well, I fucked it up in 2014.
Maybe you did then.
I had surgery in 2015, I think. Yeah.
Well, I knew you when you had the surgery.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. But I could still have not been showing up because I was screwed up.
yeah, well, when I first started fighting, yeah, you weren't really around. I almost quit the SEA actually. In my first 3 months. Mostly because there was a lack of decent inspiration to keep showing up. And then I said, hey, Richard, can you teach me how to tool leather? And he was like, sure, show up at my place at this time. And that was when all of this was in this closet-sized, I wouldn't even call it a bedroom because I don't think you could fit a bed in it. It was a large, extra wide hallway. Gary, yeah, I fought sword and heater shield, whereas Magnus fights sword and center boss. Geezer tools. I do make tools. Let me show you. Smalls I did recently. A small fid that I made. I did some burnishers. I did the handle for my maker's mark. So I could make. Got a few of them on my Etsy too, if you're interested. You're a sword and buckler guy. Oh, you're ballsy.
Buckler's awesome. I like
Yep.
Buckler. Buckler's a lot of fun. I should do more of it.
I would try it if they would let me use a Talhofer.
I don't know what that is.
That's the buckler that has all the curved flanges that come off of it that you can use to grab swords.
Yeah.
They're just awesome.
I find my lankiness and little round is pretty good. After I knocked a few guys down with buckler punches, I had to tone it down. Gary, do you is that ACL stuff? Like, I can't remember.
That's not allowed in the SEA.
Yeah. Okay, I tone it down a little. Is like stop doing that in the SEA. Yeah. Oh, HEMA.
Yeah, HEMA.
Yeah. But is buckler punches allowed in HEMA? guess so. I don't see why they would. It's just a weapon. Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense.
Some events.
I am currently drying my barge cement, which you can probably smell.
Getting high.
I try not to use it at all anymore. I hate. It's just toxic.
It's the what's the chemical? Toluene? No, that's for beverages.
Not good.
Yeah, Richard and I are both on the downslope of 40. Yeah, toluene.
Huh?
I couldn't remember the name of the chemical, and I thought maybe it was toluene, and Gary is telling me, yes, I was right.
Is it cancerous?
Probably.
So I don't use it much anymore.
I am a very broken person because I spent the majority of my life in the trades.
Still letting that barge cement dry.
How much did you
It's like
use?
give us more room, and you still fucking squeeze over here. Oh, grinding his butt into me. Interesting options here.
You like it.
We need a link to Ryan's work if there's not one.
McEwen Handcraft is the name of my YouTube channel. McEwenhandcraft. Or you can go to mcewenhandcraft.ca, where you can find all my YouTube videos, my Instagram feed. Actually, no, the Instagram feed's not working right now. I don't know why it's not linking on my website, but it's not. Website has my YouTube, my Facebook page, which is not very updated. My Etsy is linked through there. So if you wanted to check out my patterns, I've got a couple of armor bits. There it is.
Have a good night, Trust. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming in. I should actually be thanking all of you guys. Dark Horse Workshop, I finally got my 10 units and it's helping with my shoulder pain. I would put it on yin yang because it's deep tissue massage. So the reason my Etsy page is successful at all is because Richard did the dice box video, which was the very first pattern I ever put up on Etsy. And that pattern sold very well. And a whole bunch of you guys and gals started following my Etsy page. And that kind of jump-started sales for me. And every pattern I've put out since then, sales have been, half decent. And it's largely because of the Dark Horse Workshop subscribers who found me when Richard plugged my my pattern. So thank you all. I've already thanked Richard plenty. You guys can't see this, but you can hear it. Richard has the leather axe head on the anvil and he is beating it with a rubber mallet. It looks like he is blacksmithing a leather axe head.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay. Axe it.
I can't remember any Arnold quotes that are questions.
Is it a tumor?
Is it a tumor? It's not a tumor. No, it's not a tumor. One half done. What do I do here? Wah!
What's going on? Michael Christopher has just subscribed to your page. Thanks. If you're talking to me, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, he's talking to you.
Might be. We were just talking about my page.
He's talking.
That's amazing.
Little puppy! Oh my God, it's the puppy! Hey! Hi there!
The puppy is.
Remember us from like 20 minutes ago? How you doing? Hey. Bye. See ya. Wanna come in? Come on.
We don't have the treats yet. All right.
All right, I'm gonna go glue some more axe heads.
Yes. Go off camera once again and disappoint your viewer base.
They love it. They love the noise.
They love being ignored by you, Magnus. My YouTube channel is not anywhere near what Richard's is. I don't know, what is the name of the puppy? Brad, what's your puppy's name? I think he's gone. Richard, did you catch the name of the puppy?
No.
No? Its name is Puppy. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. It is not anywhere near what Dark Horse is and probably never will be. I have no ability to edit videos. The vast majority of my videos are single take, me talking at the camera. My wife has started to learn a little bit about how to edit. And it's a tips and tricks channel. It's like little tricks that just help with leather crafting that most leather content creators gloss over. So, I hope it helps. I'm kind of a computer dinosaur as well, so it's really difficult for me to produce content. Richard has complained about the quality of my videos more than once. He's complained mostly about the lack of videos.
I give advice on his bad videos.
Yep. Hands are starting to hurt.
Uh-oh. That's it. Take him out back.
What are you doing?
Did I knock anything out?
Remember, if you fall, you're fired before you hit the ground. Gonna wipe out the camera. I can fire the boss, can't I? That's a thing? If you trip and break your neck and die, it's my channel. I'm taking it over.
Well, then it would be Cindy's channel.
All right. Hands are getting hurt.
Huh?
We can't see what I'm doing. Oh my god. Fix that.
What?
I was making these. Richard is blacksmithing more leather. Sorry about that, Luggery.
About what?
They were looking at my ugly mug and not what I was doing.
Oh.
The interesting thing. Because I am a techno dinosaur and I don't know what I'm doing. Show the people. Show the people.
There's still lots of stuff. Like, this is where we're at. Getting there. I need to trim them now because there's some overlap. I'm gonna go wash my hands with like and all sorts of shit. Really.
Get that cancer off your hands. Otherwise, it will be a tumor. It's not a tumor. All right. What's next? Oh yeah, I need 2 more of these guys. Yeah, I can do that. So what are we going to talk about while Magnus is off washing his hands? Wax smithing. I don't know, Robert. I think any kind of smithing could be called wax smithing. If you whack it with a hammer, is it wax smithing? There we go. What am I working on? I'm working on a set of elbows. And then I've also cut out parts for a gorget for a local SCA fighter, an older one who's actually coming back to the game. And, careful. Hang on. Watch what you're doing.
I'm just pushing. Is what I'm doing.
So yeah, I need to make a set of elbows, a set of embrace, a gorget, a pair of demi-gauntlets, and I'm currently working with 12-ounce leather. What are you working with? Is that about, that looks like about a 10, 11.
Yeah. Depending. Half of it's 10, half of it's 8 for some reason.
Uneven hide.
Yep. I put this together poorly. There we go.
Well, that's the thing is when you buy leather, they give you a range. Like when it says 8 to 10 ounces, that doesn't mean some of the hides are 8 ounces and some of them are 10. It means that if you gauge the leather across the entirety of its surface, the range of thickness will be between those ranges.
Is this what I want?
Because leather comes off of an animal which is not cube-shaped.
What?
That's right, there are no cube-shaped cows. This is not Minecraft. How cool would it be if there were, like, actually rectangular cows, though?
Mm-hmm.
Your head's in the way. People can't see what you're doing. That is a French skiver you were using.
Not anymore.
Canadian.
French-Canadian?
Dog's freaking out.
There's a yipping puppy. Minecraft cows only on this stream. Don't like the yappy dogs. I don't think the viewers can hear that.
Probably not.
So Brad has the studio space next door, and he's the one with the puppy. And we can hear it through the walls. You get a lighter?
It's in your box, actually.
In my box.
Yep.
Nope, there's nothing in that box.
What?
In the dice box?
Yeah. Okay,
Mine in that
then
one.
it's probably underneath here. In the drawer. In the drawer. In the drawer. I don't know. I don't know where it is.
What? How dare you not have exactly what I need? Where's that little forced butane one? Here it is.
Yeah.
Drive punch is starting to come loose. So, soften up the wax on the end of it.
I just
Stick
don't
it
want
back
this to
in
be
there.
totally square, so I'm giving it a little bit of an edge.
It's got to look. Nope.
It's got to look good at 10 feet.
There we go. Glued that back in. There we go. Yeah, like that.
Marvelous.
Oh yeah. Staying in much better now. I don't want to glue the drive punch into the handle permanently because I want to be able to take it out and sharpen it. So I use a couple drops of beeswax. Holds it in there just fine. It's a little warm. I'm gonna grab some more water.
A little warm? Did you just grab it out of the sink here?
Huh?
Does it taste fine?
It's not Clear Mountain spring water,
I've never drank anything out of the tap here.
but it's wet.
That's a good thing.
Beautiful.
Good enough.
Close enough for government work?
Yeah. Ladies and gents, 4 a.m. comes early. I wish you all a great long weekend. See you later, Robert. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Have a good long weekend yourself.
Hey, Robert. Thanks for coming. Great to chat with you. Michael wants to know if you're going to stiffen the axe heads with anything else.
Nope.
They're a prop for movies.
Yeah.
They do not need to be hard.
In fact, they need to be soft. As long as they don't go through the air, we'll be all right.
Would they actually make that sound if they were floppy?
Yeah, it's kind of like an age-old thing.
I see. I don't know how I feel about axes that say as they fly through the air.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's a strangeness.
The funny thing is, like, are we even shooting this tomorrow, or are we shooting this Sunday?
I have no idea. You should probably know the details of when you're going to be making a movie.
I guess I wouldn't want to be dealing with it tomorrow anyways.
All right, 3 down. 1 more to go. Memories of Braveheart. A movie about the land where swords do this. Nope. There we go. So? How goes?
It's getting there. I gotta go dye the black bits black, the not black bits. You know what I'm saying.
The non-black bits black. You can go in the garbage because I'm done with you. I was running out of good material left on that piece. Luxury Card Store would like to know how you got into the movie business, prop making. I believe you actually have a video about that, don't you?
The first video on my channel was about that.
I think it's the top pinned video on the channel is an in-depth description of how his life got turned upside down by leatherworking for film. But to make a long story short, he's basically a giant nerd. Right?
Yeah. Basically.
Basically. Ionoleth wants to know if you're working on the Hamon.
On the what?
The Hamon.
Come on.
You know, the discolored tempered edge on katanas?
Yes.
Yes, that's exactly what he's doing. My hands are hurting.
What? What do you say?
Said my hands are starting to hurt.
You would say that.
Yes. Because they are starting to ache. Giant Viking nerd. Nothing wrong with that, says country boy trapped in the city.
What?
Country boy trapped in the city says giant Viking nerd. Nothing wrong with that. And I agree, because, you know, I'm a giant Celtic nerd. Right?
Exactly. I'm starting to space out a little bit.
You need food?
Probably.
Hold out your hand. Is it shaking? Then you're fine. Work another hour. Ow. Pish nerds indeed. Michael is taking off. He's too antsy in his chair. He's got to get up and move around. He'll watch the rest of the video later.
All right. Later.
See you, Michael. I think we are running a little bit longer than
Usual. For sure.
yeah.
I might wrap it up soon just so I can focus.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a tremor going.
Huh?
I was talking to the camera, not you.
Oh, well,
Camera's way more interesting than you are.
it's true. Gonna probably wrap up in 15 minutes just because then I can focus on finishing this up so I'm not here all night. So I gotta still work on my lines for tomorrow, which is great.
I will probably wrap this up and take off around the same time because, you know, I was intending on fasting today, but not this much. I just... Yeah. So it is 5:45 now. I haven't eaten since 10 o'clock last night, so we're coming up on 20 hours. Hey, how many lines do you have in the film?
Lots.
Lots?
Yeah.
Are you like a character?
Yeah.
You're not just the ugly brute in the background this time?
I had lines that time too.
I don't remember. And if I don't remember, it didn't happen. Are you going to put a link on the website or something when you when it all gets done?
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure we all want to watch you throw wobbly axes.
I'm just about to do something. I'm just hoping I don't fuck stuff up doing it.
Fronbogie, yeah, it probably would. It would probably slow me down at first until I got accustomed to doing it that way. But in the long run, yeah, it would probably pay off to use a mechanical assist.
For what?
For punching holes with arthritis in your hands.
Yeah.
Fortunately for me, I'm still mostly at the early stages. I mean, I've been saying that for 7 or 8 years now. But like, I can still work with my hands, and for as long as I can, I'd like to.
Yeah.
When I need to start using mechanical advantage, I will. Call me a glutton for punishment. Honestly, mostly it's my knees and my hip.
Alright, I'm gonna do something I usually don't do.
What's that? What do you normally not do? And do I need to duck for cover?
I haven't riveted on these heads before. I'm gonna put a couple rivets in.
That's a riveting idea.
I show everybody, but I don't care enough right now.
Hear that, folks? He doesn't care about you.
I'll be back in a sec.
All right. Show you guys what I've been working on all day.
Look at all that. Nice.
That should have taken me a lot less time than it did.
Those are $300 elbows.
Yeah. I'm not charging that though.
I know.
What did I quote? 250? Something like that? I don't know. I don't even remember. I quoted a specific amount of money.
Ooh. A rivet.
You How are those fixed in? Are you
They're not. They're just frictioned in.
just friction, huh?
Yeah. Boom.
Okay.
It's not done by far, but at least it's got a little more. The other one I tied at the closure.
The problem is this openness is causing some floppiness.
Nobody's
I don't know. Call me a perfectionist. I'd put a rivet right there.
The option there is like I could put a wedge in there, but then you might see the wedge. I'm not worried about it. I'm not gonna be fighting like this.
It's also kind of
It's a piece of leather. It'll be okay. I'm not done.
I'm criticizing an unfinished job. It's my job to give you a hard time. That is what you pay me. Wait, you don't pay me. Why am I here again?
For work.
And even cleaning up after you. Look at that.
I'm cutting the tips off those. I don't think I have to.
What tips? Oh, that. What are you looking for? The things that are right there? Ilonoleth says you should wedge a piece of wood into that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just more stuff that just doesn't look right to me. The other one I tied it and then wrapped it. Like I've got like holes here, but I don't want to have holes this time. So
Honestly, if I were making a prop,
I also might do the sides as well. I
I'd
think I will.
probably put in a little bit of expanding foam just to like spray it in there just to close the gap on the off chance.
I'm not fucking with anything like that. These are free. This is me being nice.
Yeah, country boy trapped in the city says arthritis sucks. Been working with my hands and body for 35 years. And it's kicking in most of my joints. Doesn't matter how tough you are. Time always wins in the end. And that is the God's honest truth. My hands give me the least amount of pain, but the most amount of problems because I use my hands. But my hip and my knees are probably the ones that cause me the most actual discomfort.
These have to last for... This is what happens with these axes. One gets thrown on the ground. Okay. Sorry. I'm holding them. One gets thrown on the ground. And then one gets embedded in somebody's head. That's it. There's no like clash or like crazy. So you just have to survive a lovely scene
Of carnage and blood.
Yeah, carnage and blood.
Awesome.
Come on, you little bug. Get in there.
All right. You want to be that way? Of course, that just goes right in. Okay. That's not the right rivet.
You're not the right rivet.
It's true.
Never said I was.
How can it just not? What's going on?
What did you do?
I'm just like, I put it in.
Okay.
Put the drill in. It worked fine.
We'll do it better.
What's going on here?
So Gary, yeah, what I've been doing the last few days is I've started doing intermittent fasting in preparation for doing keto, which is going to be extremely difficult for me because I absolutely love my sugars, my carbs. I am a sucker for fried potatoes, sugary beverages, and sugary coffee. So it is definitely going to be a challenge, but I need to do it for two reasons. One, I want to just get rid of the gut. And two, I actually need to reduce the amount of weight that I carry so that my knees aren't hauling my 285-pound ass around all the time. And yeah, that's what I weighed 2 days ago. I'm well aware of the benefits of keto. I watched Magnus go through it and drop. You were up to about what, 165?
165, he says.
Sorry, so 265. 265.
I was 256. I went down to 205.
I haven't eaten in 20 hours. I'm a little punchy. 315 yesterday, Jason. Yeah.
This is gonna work. This is gonna work great.
It's a lot of weight to put on the knees. And when you're tall, I mean, I'm 6.5 feet. It doesn't look like much. And then you get on the scale and the scale screams in pain. And your joints all feel it. So I'm going to try. I do love my pasta though.
So that's pretty cool. I like that, actually. I don't mind the gap here. I don't mind that. It's not that big a deal. Especially since they have like a gap. Like not like that, but I'm going to do the other ones like this. Then I got to spray some silver on here. Or hopefully not silver. We're not elves. And yeah,
Pewter.
we're getting close. I like that. This is what I did with the last one. I wanted to find a way to get away from it. But I've got like holes here that I've tied through, and you know, at a distance it's fine, but it looks a little weird. So I haven't solved this problem on that one because it's still got the gapping there. But I think it's barged. It'll be fine, and it's not like I'm not hitting people with it at all. It'll never make contact with anyone unless I fuck up.
I still think stuffing a little bit of foam in that gap just to hide it off from the camera.
Then I got to color it, and then like if you look at it like this, it's just a fucking hole. For for a normal person looking at this axe, it's just like, this is a hole. Put a piece of foam in there, and it's like a piece of foam in the axe.
Well, you have black foam.
Yeah, but it's still just like, it's something wedged in there. Like I got to do a whole other thing. Then I've got to like you could put resin in there or something. I don't know if I can. Way more work than I want to deal with. All right, continuing. Man,
You're way more work than I want to continue with.
That's true. What should we eat?
I have no idea.
We should finish this together. You know, I could tag you in. Put me in, coach.
What would you like me to do?
I would love a leather wrapped handle on these fucking things.
A leather wrap.
Yeah. Maybe it doesn't even need it. Yeah. It should
What
have.
about a lanyard on the back butt end?
Yeah.
I could do a nice quick lanyard.
A lanyard, he says. It's not a terrible idea. I don't know.
Yeah, sugar is extremely addictive. I really like extra sugar in my coffee in the morning. And if I don't have my coffee, I get super cranky. And today I had my coffee with like half a teaspoon of sugar, and it was terrible. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm hoping the inflammation clears up too. Part of the problem is it's not just regular arthritis in my knees. I was in a job place accident 14, 15 years ago when a Bobcat front end loader turned.
Sorry, Bobcat would be way cooler.
And the bucket on the front end of the Bobcat hit me in the hip, and I was out of work for quite a period of time. Have you considered hiding your fasteners in an indent that you later fill in and paint? Something like a dark silicone caulk could be used to hide fasteners and painted over to close the gap.
Great idea. This has to be done now.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a time crunch. He's just looking to do what he can, fill it in.
I don't mind that there's fucking little studies on it. They'll be silvered over as well.
Yeah.
No, it's a good idea. I just like if they said we don't want any, you know, it's a bunch of free access that I'm scrambling to do.
I mean, if you were doing this properly for a major film, what do you think a prop like this you'd charge?
$800, $900, $800 maybe.
But
But
they'd
it
also
wouldn't be leather.
it wouldn't be leather.
It would be
would,
like,
you know,
like silicone.
It would
Yeah.
look like an actual axe.
Hey, it'll look like an axe. Trust me. 10 feet.
Well, it would probably look a lot better from closer than 10 feet.
There you go.
right?
That's true.
There you go.
Don't hit your fingers.
Hey, Magnus.
Fuck.
Don't hit your fingers. This is why you don't drill holes. It just tears. He's having an issue getting the rivet head into the hole that he's drilled in the leather. And the flaps of leather are preventing it from really... There you go. You got it.
All right. It's not terrible. I don't mind the little dotty things.
And
It's
it'll
okay.
all be color uniform.
Yeah.
So they probably won't even be seen.
Yeah. They're gonna be color uniform right now. Unless they don't have silver, then I'm having a heart attack.
You can get a bottle of spray antiqued metal from Tremclad or whatever from Home Depot. I'm trying to keep his hands from getting more messed up. Needs another coat of tongue oil. Yeah, don't have a rag. All right, I think we are pretty much coming to an end. Richard, what about all those Angelus paints that you've got on the wooden rack there on the floor? Or those work too? How do you start working with leather? I'd like to try maybe a small project first. Our Cameo, what I would do is watch a whole bunch of Dark Horse Workshop YouTube videos and McEwen Handcraft videos. Pick a project. Decide what you want to make. Write up a materials list and a tools list that you need to do that project. Just the minimum you need to make the thing. Go to your local Tandy Leather or other leather supply craft place. Talk to the staff there. Find out which ones are crafters and which ones aren't. Because your leather craft place will have staff with varying knowledges. I know at the one that I work at, I'm a crafter. I make stuff. About half of the staff are also crafters as well. So find the one at your local leather place that makes things. Talk to them about your project. They'll probably have some ideas on how to refine your materials or tools list. Figure out what you absolutely need to make the project. Get it. Go home. Make the project. And then make it again. Because the first time you're going to be very unhappy with the end result. But you will learn a lot making it. Huh?
I gotta leave the shop now for paint.
You're all fumy?
Well, I gotta go get paint. We're gonna wrap up.
Okay. Well, anyway, so let me just finish up here. So make the project twice, because the amount of things you learn messing up the first time, you'll go into making a really nice project the second time,
fair.
and then when you're done, figure out how you would make it even better. Pick another project, go make that, and as you go, buy the tools you need for the projects in front of you, and build your tool library slowly.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Yeah, good call. Love it. I gotta wrap it up. I got to finish these axes. I don't want to be here all night, and I gotta go get spray paint. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We got I thought we got one new member. And then some subscribers and some super chats, and super stickers, all those cool pictures. If I didn't get to some of your pictures this week, I apologize. I'll get to it next week. Just remind me. So, yeah. Thank you for stopping by. Well, thanks, R. Appreciate it. Putting together Renfest costume. Thanks for the advice. Small project tools list, materials list. Got it. Nice.
Either one of our channels, if you message us or post a comment on a video, we get them pretty quick, and we're both pretty good about answering them. So ask your questions. We will supply answers.
Have a lovely evening, morning, weekend, whatever time of day it is. And we'll see you next Friday, hopefully, with my grimy hands. And thanks for Ryan from Miku and Handcraft for stopping by. And see you next week.
It was fun. Take care, everybody.